If you are of the mind that your government is corrupt, always remember, no, they're actually more corrupt. From the Daily Mail, the eye-popping amount of money Elon Musk has already slashed from the education department as staff melt down. Elon Musk has already saved nearly $1 billion after slashing contracts at the beleaguered Department of Education. Musk's Department of Government Efficiency has been combing through the embattled agency and has cut $982 million in spending so far. The bulk of that, $881 million, was saved by ditching 89 contracts dished out by the Department Institute of Education Sciences. Oh, really? Many of those contracts were for special studies tracking student learning, evaluating teaching strategies, and tracking educational trends. Hundreds and hundreds of millions of dollars to track educational trends. Training grants for DEI programs have also been canceled, saving $101 million. Quote, any contract to perform statutory functions will be rebid. A notice to the staff read, noting that the College Scorecard would not be affected by the cuts. President Donald Trump campaigned on the idea of shutting down the department entirely, shifting college student loans to a separate agency, and directing federal funding directly to the states, where it should be. Imagine somehow someone in Washington, D.C. giving a cookie cutter answer to education in Montana and South Carolina. So how does that make any sense? That someone in Washington, D.C. is telling someone in Iowa how best to educate their children. You don't have a clue what's going on in Iowa. You don't know what's going on in Kansas. You don't have an idea what's going on in South Dakota. The feds have no business regulating anything. Of course, it should go back to the states. Trump endorsed Musk's work with Doge on Tuesday, arguing that no one should complain about his administration rooting out waste, fraud, and abuse and saving taxpayer money. Well, Mr. President, you'd be wrong. Oh, yeah, people are ticked off. I've told you guys, it's not that the government is corrupt. Okay, that's because you think if that's your thinking, you're going to come to the conclusion that, well, you just have to root out the corruption. I'm telling you, that's not the problem. The corruption is how the agencies work. The only reason it's still moving forward is due to the corruption. It's not just that, they have a couple of bad actors. No, you just saw $101 million just getting rid of DEI. It's the whole thing, the whole kit and caboodle is corrupt to its bones. It has no business being here. Nobody had any idea it was that bad, that sick, and that corrupt. I did. I figured corruption is how it operates. So it just becomes normalized. That's why you have people out there right now protesting being efficient. But just stop and think about that. Imagine if someone came to you and said, hey, I've got an idea, and the idea is 100% guaranteed that I am going to save your family $1,200 a month. I'm going to save you $1,200 a month, and you'll still be eating, you'll be paying all the bills, but you are going to be saving a lot of money because I'm just going to get rid of all the waste in your family budget. Now, the people that are going to be most upset are probably the kids because that's probably where most of the money goes to. Everybody else is going to be, okay, I'm okay with tightening our belt, fine. That's what we see happening on a massive scale here. And the people that are upset are the children. Look at this. Look at this. Trump is not above the law. Fire President Musk. We will not comply. Actually, you will. I hate to burst your bubble, but yeah, you actually will comply. The president signed an executive order directing agencies to work with Musk and his team and offered him a chance to defend his cuts and answered questions from the press. Quote, I mean, these things, it's just common sense. It's not draconian or radical, I think Musk said. It's really just saying, let's look at each of these expenditures and say, is this actually in the best interest of the people? Well, Elon, you really think that Chuck Schumer cares whether or not it's beneficial to the people? You think Mitch McConnell cares as to whether or not it's good for the people? You think these agencies like USAID and the Department of Education, you think they care about the people? That's not their goal. Their goal is to, well, get paid. It's just a job for them. It's not like it's a calling. And you understand something. When you have a guy like Elon Musk, he's like a dreamer. Like he sees what isn't and he wants to make it so. He sees what isn't and he wants to make it. Like, hey, this has never been done before. I think we can do that. Hey, that's never been done. I think we can do it. See, that's the kind of guy he is. So that's his mindset. Like, we can actually make this more efficient. And the last thing the United States of America's government agencies want is efficiency. They want to continue to waste your money. Doge employees continue to fan across federal agencies as the group looks to cut wasteful spending. Further cuts are expected at the Department of Education. Trump said last week it's a goal to put his education secretary, Linda McMahon, out of a job. That's his goal. To put her out is to say, you know what? You don't even have a job anymore. That's my goal. To eliminate this entirely, send it right back to the states and let the states deal with it. They best know what's happening with their children. And then guess what's going to happen in the states? The states are going to know what's happening in different counties. Because you'll have to know. Because every county is different. It's not like a cookie cutter kind of thing. And then guess what ends up happening? No, I think you know what ends up happening. Families, young families start looking around. Hey, this state actually takes education seriously. Well, if you want your children to be educated properly, well, then people start flocking to that state. People in that county start, or people start flocking to your county. That's what happened in Pacific Palisades. People were flocking there because of the schools. When the schools are premier, parents will flock there and they'll do whatever it takes. And that's what'll end up happening. And you'll see some states fall by the wayside because they don't care about the kids, and you'll see others flourish. That's that. And by the way, it's my assertion that's how it's supposed to be. And so the more people that leave those beleaguering states, they will have to, right the ship if they want more people to come. I believe that's how it's supposed to work. You shouldn't just get to have this position as governor or mayor or superintendent. You shouldn't just get that just because people like you. You should have to be efficient. You should have to be you should at least possess the ability to get things done. Not just because you sleep with the right gender. Just because you use, gobs of hair grease. All right, that's it for now. If you like this video, smash that like button and subscribe. And if you're following me on Rumble, please press that follow button. And until the next time, God bless.